Imagine, if you will, that we have stopped the clock. The year is 1900. We are standing in the center of Europe, but we are not in the romantic, waltzing streets of Vienna, nor the ancient stone-paved boulevards of Paris. We are in Berlin. And Berlin, at the dawn of the 20th century, is not just a city, it is an explosion. It is the youngest, loudest, and most aggressive metropolis on the continent. If you close your eyes and listen, you don't hear music, you hear a roar. It is the sound of pile drivers hammering into the sandy soil of Brandenburg, the screech of steel wheels on steel rails, and the ceaseless hum of a city that has decided to conquer the future. This is the era of the Kaiser, Wilhelm II, a man who loves uniforms and parades, and his capital reflects his vanity. But beneath the pomp of the Prussian military reviews, something far more powerful is happening. Berlin is becoming Electropolis, the city of electricity. While other cities are still dimming the gas lamps, Berlin is ablaze. The giant corporations, Siemens and AEG, are not just businesses here, they are empires within the empire. They are wiring the city with a nervous system of copper and glass. By night, the Friedrichstrasse is not dark. It is a canyon of artificial light, glowing with arc lamps and the neon buzz of early advertising, turning the night into a restless extension of the day. Walk with me to Potsdamer Platz. In the early 1900s, this is the busiest intersection in Europe. It is a chaotic ballet of danger and progress. There are no traffic lights yet. Those won't arrive until the 1920s, so it is a free-for-all. Horse-drawn cabs clip-clop alongside the new, terrifying automobiles that belch smoke and rattle the bones of their passengers. Double-decker electric streetcars weave through the masses, bells clanging furiously. It is a place where you can feel the pulse of the tempo, a German word that becomes synonymous with Berlin. Everything here is faster, harder, and more urgent than anywhere else. But the real miracle is happening beneath your feet. In 1902, the city cracks open the earth to unveil the U-Bahn, the electric underground railway. It is a marvel of engineering, whisking people from the distinct, gritty neighborhoods of the East to the manicured elegance of the West. And the stations are not mere holes in the ground. They are tiled palaces of Art Nouveau, designed to make the daily commute feel like a journey into the future. Yet, Berlin is a city of two faces. If you take that train west to the Kurfürstendamm, you see the Berlin that wants to be seen. This is the world of the nouveau riche, the industrial barons and bankers. Here, the women wear oversized hats adorned with ostrich feathers, and the men smoke cigars in the Café des Westens, debating the theories of a patent clerk named Einstein or the plays of Max Reinhardt. They shop at the Wertheim department store on Leipziger Platz, a cathedral of consumerism so grand with its glass atrium and stone pillars that it is often confused with a museum. Here you can buy anything from a Persian rug to a fresh pineapple, goods sucked in from Germany's growing colonial ambitions. But take the train north or east to Wedding or Neukölln, and the electric lights fade into the gray smog of coal. This is the Berlin of the Mietskaserne, the rental barracks. These are massive, fortress-like tenement blocks built around a series of suffocating inner courtyards. They're numbered: the first backyard, the second backyard, the third. The further back you go, the darker it gets, and the poorer the people are. In a single room, a family of 7 might sleep in one bed, sharing their space with a Schlafgänger, a sleeper who rents the bed during the day while the family works. The air here smells of boiled cabbage, unwashed bodies, and the sulfurous smoke of the factories that loom on the horizon. This is the engine room of the empire. It is here, in these cramped courtyards, that the famous Berliner Schnauze, the Berlin snout, is forged. It is a dialect of sharp wit, brutal honesty and dark humor, a necessary armor against the hardship of industrial life. These workers are the ones building the locomotives at Borsig and the turbines at AEG. They are the ones fueling the city's insatiable appetite for coal. Communication in this city is frenetic. Before the smartphone, there was the Rohrpost, the pneumatic tube system. By the early 1900s, Berlin has hundreds of kilometers of tubes running under its streets. You could write a letter in the morning, put it in a red capsule, and shoot it through the compressed air pipes to arrive across the city within an hour. It was the text messaging of the Edwardian age, a symbol of a city that had no patience for delay. Culturally, the city is on the verge of a nervous breakdown in the best possible way. The strict conservative morals of the Prussian court are clashing with a rebellious underground. While the Kaiser gives speeches about discipline, the first cabarets are opening their doors. The cinema is being born here. The Skladanovsky brothers were projecting moving images to paying audiences before the Lumiere brothers in Paris, though history often forgets them. The Kintops, the early movie theaters, are packed with people escaping the drudgery of the factories to see flickering ghosts dance on a white sheet.
Science, too, is converging here. The city is becoming the Oxford on the Spree, but with better laboratories. In the leafy suburb of Dahlem, the Kaiser Wilhelm Institutes are being built. It is a gathering of minds that has no equal. Max Planck, Fritz Haber, Walther Nernst. They are unlocking the secrets of the atom and the atmosphere, fueled by the belief that German science will cure the world's ills, even as the military planners nearby are looking for ways to use that science for war. And hovering over it all is the Anhalter Bahnhof, the gateway to the south. It is one of the largest train stations in the world, a brick cathedral of transit. From here, the great express trains depart for Rome, Vienna, and Athens. Standing in its vast hall, amidst the hiss of steam and the shouting of porters, you get the distinct feeling that Berlin is the center of the world. It is a city that feels permanent, invincible, and destined for eternal greatness. Nobody in the bustling crowds of 1900 or 1910 can see what is coming. They cannot see that the Kaiser's bluster will lead them into the trenches of World War I. They cannot see that the hyperinflation of the 1920s will turn their cash into wallpaper, or that the bombs of the 1940s will turn the glorious Anhalter Bahnhof into a hollow ruin. For now, in this frozen moment of the early 20th century, Berlin is simply alive. It is a monster of a city, hungry and ambitious, smelling of ozone and coal dust, vibrating with the energy of 4 million people who believe that the 20th century belongs to them. It is the city of iron and light, rushing headlong into a future it cannot predict but is determined to lead.